Hey guys, it's Grace and welcome to the Underground Zoo. Today I am going to show you how I am updating and upgrading my CC cage. My guinea pigs, Oreo and Tater, I've had about a year. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought I knew about guinea pig care, and obviously I did not. I had a guinea pig when I was younger and I thought I knew everything how to take care of a guinea pig, but apparently there is so much more. So on this journey of improving better pet care, there has been a lot of trials. I'll tell you. I bought the first one at a pet store, bought the pet cage, and then a month later I found another guinea pig at a garage sale with a pet store cage. I wanted them together, and obviously a pet store cage was too small for just even one guinea pig alone. So I built a dresser that I saw on Pinterest. It was really cute, really aesthetically pleasing, but it was not good for the guinea pigs. Tater couldn't even climb up the ramps. He could sure go down, but he couldn't climb up through the holes. But Oreo could, and I think that's why I couldn't tell that they weren't bonding. Then came the CC cage, and I made it 8 square feet, and I put a divider in the middle. So they each had 4 square feet, and the reason I did this was because I really wanted them to bond, and I thought a divider in the middle would help. Now, my guinea pigs are actually not bonded, and I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't realize guinea pigs actually fought. While I was building the CC cage, they were in a playpen, and a fight broke out, and it was not good. A couple appointments to the vet because of a bite and a swollen foot to get antibiotics. And there was like 30 minutes of compression to stop blood. Yeah, it was gory. So we're not doing that anymore. Luckily, Oreo is okay. Yes, Tater is the biter, but we still want that guinea pig interaction. So I then built a second 8 square foot CC cage. And I know I keep pointing over here, but the guinea pig cage used to be here until it grew and I moved it to the second room. It has done pretty well, but there's improvements that I want to make, so I'm gonna start making them. So let me show you what I'm gonna be doing, what I like to improve. Let's go. So this is my first and second CC cage. Oreo over here, he is occupying the first CC cage, and Tater is occupying the second. So you can tell that I just use the same side grid here, and there's 2 different layers of chloroplast. Hi Tater, how are you doing? Yeah. So I do want to change that. I don't want to have 2 sides. I want the chloroplast to run underneath, because as you can tell, there's a lot of hay and feces getting caught in between, and I don't want to keep cleaning it out. Another thing I want to do is to actually zip tie these grids to the chloroplast. As you can tell, it's super loose. Also, I want to actually do a better job of measuring. As you can tell, this one is super tight. The chloroplast is actually a little too big. As you see, the corners sticking out. I didn't really measure. I sort of winged it because I didn't want to take the time. So now I'm going to take the time and make them a better, more secure cage. And I'm actually going to take about 1 inch off of each side. As you can tell, they're sort of hanging off of the folding table, and I just don't want it to fall off. Alright, so here is the current cage. The first step is to clear and clean out the cage. I am removing all the accessories, as well as the guinea pigs. Oh, Tater's being difficult to get. Alright, you rascal, let's go to the bathroom. He has escaped the playpen like way too many times, so he gets to free roam the bathroom floor with his fleece liners, toys, and treats. Oreo hasn't figured out how to escape the playpen, so there you go, into the playpen. Now I'm just going to remove the rest of the accessories. Once the accessories are removed, I take the fleece liners and I brush out and throw them in a tote. Oh, there's Kiki. That's one of my cats. I have 3. And then tote has a water solution to help raise the feces and hay to the top. And I'm just gonna brush and clean out the base here. Occasionally I'll stop to go wash my hands. I am allergic to hay, come to find out the hard way, but oh well. Alright, now that that's done, I'm just going to cut the frame. I'm going to do my best to cut as many pieces together as possible. I want to reuse the zip ties there. I don't want to have to use new ones. Now that I've removed the bases, I can brush and vacuum the table as well as wipe it down with a solution of water and vinegar. Wipe down the chloroplast. Now I'm measuring the back. I want it 12 inches flush with the grid. I'm remeasuring because I realized that I want 48 inches on the side plus an extra 5 inches. Yep, that board's too small. We'll solve it later. So I measured 5 inches on this side and I cut the flap and I scored it. Now I'm just going to make the frame. I'm going to reuse some of the things I had already zip tied from the other cage. And I'm overlapping a few sections with 1 square over 1 square just because I like that rigid feel of a cage, and I also need to decrease it a little bit on each side. So I'm going to finish by zip tying. I'm going to make sure the zip tie tails are pointing outwards. I don't want them pointing in the cage because I'm going to cut them later and I don't want them hurting the guinea pigs. Unfortunately, the middle will have to be on one side of the guinea pig cage, but I will cut it as flush as I can to the thing, and if it scratches me, I know it's going to scratch a guinea pig, so I do a scratch test on the zip ties in the middle. Now it's time to figure out what in the heck am I going to do to add this extra side. I thought I might be able to just do 2 pieces, turns out it's going to have to be 3. This one's way too short. So I measured and I cut 8 inches to add to the side using my handy dandy clear tape to tape. And it's fine to tape on this side because this is going to be the bottom of the cage. I have to flip it over to fold it into the box. Alright, I'm straightening up the frame and I'm going to trace the frame, but I'm going to trace a 1/2 inch inside. When you fold it, it creates a 1/2 inch of space, so you want to account for that. I'm cutting the flaps and scoring it, which is just, you know, once again cutting 1 layer of that chloroplast. I'm going to flip it over and clean it. Alrighty, time to fold and tape. You fold the flap over on one side and then you tape it down. Alright, screwed this one up too. Oh, there's Loki. That's my other cat. Yeah, I gotta cut through 3 layers of chloroplast here. Hold on. Alright, I think I got it fixed. Okay, I'm gonna tape it. Got it. Ugh. Okay, yeah, I didn't like how the front didn't match the other 2 sides. So I've cut it. But why would I make it straight? Why would I measure it? Why not just make it a wonky shape? Well, that's me. And now I've realized that I can't use the frame yet. I have to cut it because the middle will not let me put it on the chloroplast because the chloroplast stands in the way because the frame's going on the outside. And when I cut the middle, the middle pieces were holding the sides together. So here I go again. Placing it around, zip tying it, and I went and grabbed my drill and drill bit so I can put a hole in the chloroplast and zip tie through the chloroplast. That way I can get the middle and secure. Oh, and there was Miko. He's actually my first fur baby. Alrighty. So now I'm just doing that all the way around to make sure that the chloroplast is tight to the grids and it just creates a secure cage. I'm fixing the middle. And I actually overlapped a portion of the middle as well, just so it creates that secure feeling, and I sort of had to. Alright, now I'm just cutting the tails off, like I said earlier, the zip ties, just making sure they don't stick out, And I want to make these outside flush as well, just in case I bump against it or if I have someone here bump against it. Now the middle's the really important to make sure it's flush. I don't want my guinea pigs getting hurt. Now I'm adding some fleece liners. Now that the cage has been built. Alrighty, so these are my guinea liners. They're pretty cool. They're just expensive, so I'll make mine sometime until I can afford more. Alright, adding the accessories back. Okay, I'm actually emptying out Tater's hay bin. I don't like these hay bin food feeders. The hay gets in the front, and then you can't get all the hay at the bottom, and he somehow gets poop all up in it. So I just haven't switched it out yet, but I will. Alright, now it's time to get the water bottles with some fresh water. Alright, I think that's good. Okay, time for the guinea pigs. Here you go, Oreo. Oreo's my most skittish. I'm still working on taming my guinea pigs. I didn't know that was a thing until like 2 weeks ago. Alright, guess Tater is being a hassle. Alright, Tater, here you go. Well, they did good, so I'm gonna go give them a carrot. They love their carrots, and they also love, like, cucumbers. Alright, carrot for you, carrot for you. Alright, here you go. This is the finished product. I think Tater and Oreo will enjoy it. It's gonna be easier to maintain as well. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. Just if there's some improvements that you think I could do or any suggestions, please leave it in the comments below. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.